Hello, family. My name is Angela Cage with Cage Collaborations LLC. Today, I want to talk to you about the power of not yet. Have you ever wanted something so bad? You worked for it, you applied for it, you prepared for it, but it just did not happen. You may have worked all summer to get yourself ready to try out for the basketball team only to be cut. Or you may have applied for a promotion only to have them select someone else. Or you may have prepared yourself for a new love interest only to find out that they didn't show up for you or that their interest was not reciprocated. You may have wanted something so earnestly, you yearned for it, or you expected it and it just did not materialize. When that happens, that can create seeds of doubt. And those seeds of doubt can grow into negative thoughts, especially if you are struggling with your self worth or you have a fragile self image. So you may be feeling less than, you may be feeling inadequate, undesirable, or you may be feeling undeserving of the opportunity that you were going out for. What you need to do is know that this happens to everyone. I've even felt that way. There was a time in my life that I desperately wanted a new position or a new job. I was so deep in despair in that position that I was in that I couldn't think my way out of a paper bag. So eventually I started applying for any and everything that I thought I was qualified for. And what I was finding is that even though I knew I was qualified for these positions, none of these employers or departments were even calling me back to even schedule an interview. So I did have those things well up inside of me like, I'm not qualified. They don't want me. What's going on? But I didn't let that tear me down. I didn't give in to those negative thoughts. I actually used positive restructuring to tamp down those negative thoughts so that I would not get discouraged, because that's what happens when our expectations go unfulfilled. We get discouraged, and we have to not do that. So what we can do is use positive thinking to speak to those negative thoughts. So if you've missed an opportunity, what you wanted did not come to fruition, you don't have to wallow in those negative thoughts. You can actually speak to those negative thoughts. So if you're feeling inadequate, you can say, no, I am capable. I am competent. If you're feeling undeserving, you can say, no, I deserve every great thing that the universe has for me at the appointed time. If you're feeling like you're undesirable, say, no, I am beautiful inside and out, and I have a lot to offer. And what we can do is tap into the power of not yet whenever we feel like we've missed an opportunity or our expectations have gone unfulfilled. So Merriam-Webster defines yet as up to now or thus far. So not yet is not up to now or not thus far. And we can use that power of not yet to speak to those negative thoughts. So instead of thinking it was a no, they don't want me, they don't want me yet. This opportunity is not for me yet. Not yet. And while we're in that period of not yet, we need to take the opportunity to learn and to grow. Now, the one thing about growing is that growth is uncomfortable. There is going to be some discomfort while you're going through those growing pains. But the one thing that I do know about growth is that the rewards from growth is greater than any discomfort that you may feel along your journey. So what you want to do is speak to that negative feeling. So when you're feeling like, oh no, the answer is no, the answer is not yet. Not yet. Did my time come? Not yet. Instead of no, because no will have you feeling like it's never going to happen. Not yet gives you hope for the future, hope to know that your time will come. Another thing that you want to remember is that during this period, while you're in your not yet, you're changing the narrative for yourself. Again, tamping down those negative thoughts, putting a positive spin on it, because you have the power to change the narrative that you tell yourself. You will not succumb to those negative feelings, those negative thoughts about yourself. And while you're in that period of not yet, you also want to look for the lesson, because a lot of times when we want something so bad, we may not be ready for it. And even though there is disappointment that comes from not receiving something that we expected, we really need to find that lesson. And it sometimes can be very hard to find the lesson when you have disappointment all in front of you. So look beyond that disappointment. And sometimes you'll have to look hard, because I know that when I was in my season of not yet and nothing was coming my way, I had to stop and really just think like, okay, this is not happening for me yet. What can I do to work on myself in the meantime? What's the lesson here? What do I need to work on in order to better prepare myself for when that time comes? The other thing that you want to do is use the power of not yet to change not only your own narrative and how you see things, but also change how others view your situation. So when people come up to you and say, "Oh, did you make the team yet?" and they already know you didn't, you can say, "Not yet, but my time is coming. Not yet, but I'm still practicing. Not yet, but I'm doing this, that, or the third, focusing my energies and efforts here in order to build myself up." Because when you use the power of not yet, you're actually doing an exercise in self love, self acceptance, and self confidence, because you're building yourself up in your own mind. And again, when people come to you and ask you, "Did you get that promotion?" and they know that you didn't, or they may just be curious, you can say, "Not yet, but my time is coming." When people come to you and say, "Do you have a new partner yet?" you can say, "Not yet, but I know my person is out there." So again, take the time while you're in your period of not yet to really do some self-reflecting, work on you, build yourself up. Because again, one of the things that you can say to yourself when you're feeling like you're less than or inadequate is, "No, I deserve every great thing that the universe has for me at the appointed time." So you just want to continually work on yourself. Don't get discouraged. Don't succumb to those negative thoughts and feelings, because you want to constantly be preparing yourself and bettering yourself so that when your time comes, you will be ready to fully walk into whatever the universe has for you, and you'll be fully prepared to receive it. If anything has resonated with you today in any of the messages that I have put out, please let me know. Share with others. Like me on Facebook, Cage Collaborations LLC, or subscribe to this YouTube page. And again, know that I am always rooting for you to win. So make it a great day. I love you always. Bye.